Welcome to Own the Chaos. The stock market is crazy and chaotic.
Oh my God, are you seeing this shit, bro? Tesla closed at $695. What the hell is going on?
Brad and Fat Man Zoom are here to help you own it.
Now with IBM getting here, I think it's just going to come more to the forefront and people are going to get more and more eyeballs on Salesforce. We should see a really nice move.
Taking it to the suits, being relatable and hilarious.
We got these nuts in the crew. Every
Hell
crew
yeah.
needs these nuts. You know what these nuts' number one holding is? Big C.
Get ready to own the chaos in 3, 2, 1.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Own the Chaos. My name is Brad. That is Fat Man Zoom. The stock market is crazy and chaotic, and we made it our mission to help you own it. And Fat Man Zoom, another great day today.
It is. We're excited about what we got going on. But first, we got to bring something back.
We do.
If you guys haven't been here before, this is Own the Chaos. We've got a special, what do we call it?
It's backed by request and popular demand.
Yeah. All right. So, guys, we're doing a video where I was right, where I was wrong. We made some predictions from Stockwatch Sunday, and we want to hold ourselves accountable. So we brought 5 predictions we had from Sunday. Some are right, some are wrong. You want to kick it off?
Let's do it. So my first one is what I got right, and that was Google. Google knocked it out of the park, even beyond my expectations. They came in at $26 a share. I was saying that they were going to come in around 17. This thing went absolutely apeshit, and I think that this is going to continue to roll here. I think we've talked about this before. Google has kind of been an underappreciated stock, if you can believe that, especially when you compare it to the other FANGs. 50% YouTube revenue alone. I mean, that could be a business in and of itself. But, that thing is going to continue to roll. More ad spend is coming through. Kind of the things that we suspected was going to happen. Yeah. Google, in my opinion, rocked it.
Where Brad was right. Can you do it?
When Brad was right.
That was good. All right, I have Crocs. Similar to Google, I mean, I thought they would perform really well. The earnings per share estimates were 89 cents. It came in at $1.49 smoked it. I had it at $1.05, and I thought that was a handy beat. By every metric, they crushed it.
Yeah.
So they had digital sales that increased by 75%, direct to consumer increased by 93% year over year. They had revenue that increased 61%, $460 million, and the estimates were $415 million. I had talked about the demand for Crocs, how it's revived as a brand, and with their new, we didn't even mention their new chief marketing officer, they look poised to continue to grow, and this thing still went off. It's up like 16%. Yeah, it broke that $100 resistance today, which is huge.
Yeah.
I think this thing continues. In a couple days, it goes off 16%. It's a beautiful run.
How wild is it to think that something like Crocs is something that we're talking about in 2021?
Yeah.
Okay, so my next one is going to be Facebook. Facebook came in and also knocked it out of the park. It has been the week for FANGs this week. Facebook came in at $3.30 per share, 48% growth for the quarter. Just unbelievable. Again, just to continue with the ad spend trend, companies, small businesses are trying to get the word back out that they are open for business. Facebook's continuing to crush it. It went up over 6.5% just last night and has held its gains rather well. I mean, I actually put my money where my mouth was on this one and Google and made out big. So I was super happy about this one. And I think they both continue throughout the rest of the year.
Now, where we were wrong. Give it to me.
When Brad was wrong.
Teladoc. Fat Man Zoom was wrong on this one. I said on Sunday that Teladoc had missed 4 straight earnings and they needed to come through in the clutch, and they did the exact opposite of that. Their earnings per share estimates were a loss of 62 cents. I thought they were going to beat a loss of 26 cents. Not only was I not right, I wasn't even in the same freaking galaxy. They reported a loss of $1.31. Membership forecast was weak. A lot of bulls thought they were going to increase guidance, which they did not. Not only did they not increase guidance, but they said that expenses were going to increase, which really bodes well moving forward. 5 straight misses. Teladoc, you are embarrassing. You are disappointing, and you're making me look bad.
I mean, I still think Teladoc's a buy, though. Eventually, it's worth scaling in. We should say that it's going to come back.
It will be a buy.
Yeah. So for me, this is a little bit weird, I guess, because I predicted Tesla right on the button as far as earnings per share, but I wanted to kind of take ownership of Tesla because I expected that if they came in and actually blew the earnings out of the water, which by and large they did pretty good as far as earnings per share are concerned, and I expected them to go to $800 a share. That was my prediction. Obviously didn't happen. It's definitely going in the other direction. A lot of it has to do with the tax credits and the fact that they sold Bitcoin also impacted their earnings per share. You take both of those away, the bears come out and say that Tesla barely broke even. So that obviously has caused the stock to come down. Even rising rates is pushing the stock further down today. So that's where I got it wrong. I actually ended up sticking to my word again, sticking to the plan. Did trim out of Tesla as I said I was going to do on Stockwatch Sunday.
There you guys have it. We're holding ourselves accountable. Make sure you like and subscribe. And if you guys hit the notification bell, you'll be notified when we go live on Sunday at 7:30 Eastern time. We're going to recap all the earnings that happened this week, the craziness. Maybe we'll have some news about Amazon, a lot of good stuff that we're going to go over this Sunday. So make sure you tune in 7:30 Eastern time.
Love it.
All right, who do we got in the house? We got a starting five.
We got
Siam Cisneros, Lavraj, Nina, Arfin, Nate, starting five. What's up, guys?
What up, people? So, big day today, bro. Big day today. Amazon, the last of the FANGs, reports earnings today, and there's just a lot of rumors swirling around. This is probably the one that I'm actually the most nervous about today.
Is Amazon?
Yeah.
I am, yeah. I'm more nervous about Neo only because I'm in it.
Yeah, that's fair.
I mean, I'm in Amazon, but like,
that's fair.
I'm like, it didn't have a run. Like, today was, I mean, as you guys are talking about in here, started off strong, everything looking good, and it's just one of those days we got punched in the mouth.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. I don't think there's really anything to be concerned with. I actually ended up buying some stuff today on the dip, I think, because I think it's just that. I think people got a little bit of spooked from the rising rates in the 10-year. So, I mean, Biden said some stuff, I guess, that had some people spooked as well. You know, it is what it is. It's kind of like what we saw last week, where you saw this crazy drop, and then everything came back the very next day. I think it was probably very much a similar situation in this case.
Yeah, I moved some things around. I had stop set in for everything, just profit takes.
Yeah.
But obviously the biggest hamper was my Clover, which I'm not worried about from the long term. But in our public long term swing trading account,
Yeah.
I did stop out of it. Like I said, I would.
Yeah.
But I reestablished a position. It held up over 10. I'm going to slowly build that back up. Hopefully run into earnings. But in my other trading account, which is my largest Clover position, that's going to continue to run. But I wanted to lock in profits when I saw the move down. Obviously, there's going to be a lot more volatility. But guys, $10. I don't know what Clover's sitting at right now, but I imagine it's right around $10. It's got to close above 10 today. Yeah, it's 10.12. So we'll see what happens with that. But yeah, I'm nervous about Amazon, especially because of I wish these split rumors didn't happen. The stock split rumors.
That's exactly what I was about to say. Yeah,
it complicates the situation.
It really does. Because I was so optimistic about Amazon, and I still am as far as their earnings are concerned and growth and all of that.
Yeah,
that's all going to be overshadowed now by this split news, I think.
Yeah,
which sucks.
Unless it actually gets announced.
Yeah, that's the other thing. Like, I mean, if it is true,
yeah,
this stock could go nuts.
Yeah,
and that's kind of what I'm hoping for. But it definitely has me nervous because there's that what if it does not happen. And what might happen to stock. If that happens, though, I think it's a great opportunity to just start buying it up again.
Yeah, for sure. Rudy Brown did the same thing with Clover. I diamond hand burned Tesla, Steve Jackson. Yeah, Tesla will be all right. There was something I was thinking about with Tesla recently that I was like, I actually think it could be a catalyst, because I know you were saying you were not sure a catalyst coming up. What was I just thinking? I was just thinking about it this morning. Like,
with Amazon?
With Tesla. No, somebody just mentioned Tesla.
Oh, with Tesla.
Damn it. What was the Tesla thing? Oh, the regulatory credits.
Yeah.
That's the one thing I think We don't know when that's coming out, but like that will send Tesla going if they remove the cap on it, and if they increase it on top of that, Tesla will go off.
Yeah.
That's the only thing in the near term that could come out that could help them.
Yeah, I think Tesla, like we've talked about this before, if they didn't have the tax credits, they would have just increased the price of the vehicle and their margins would be higher. But now this has allowed them to be able to grow even faster because the cars are cheaper.
Yeah.
And in my opinion, the tax credits aren't going away anytime soon. And like you said, they're probably just coming back. So I don't think there's anything to worry about as far as Tesla's concerned. But it will be a rough road until we get some sort of catalyst from them, which is why I trimmed my position and lowered my exposure on that. I still own Tesla, just not as much as I did before.
Yeah. We'll see. We'll see what happens. And, it's unfortunate that it's been trying that 700. It's unfortunate it dropped down below it, but it'll be back.
Yeah.
At some point, it'll be back.
Guess what, Fat Man Zoom?
What's that?
Daniel Camarena is watching from the FedEx warehouse.
What's up, Daniel?
What's up,
What's
Daniel?
going on, man?
What's up, man? Glad you're tuning in.
I can't do that. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to take the bait.
Don't do it. Some other things that I ended up doing today too. I just bought up some more of the cyclical and discretionary type stocks, and Under Armour has just been low key killing it. We haven't talked about Under Armour a lot on this channel. We've been talking about it a lot within our Chaos Crew community, but Under Armour's been just like low key killing it. It could be breaking out here very, very soon.
Yeah, it's been doing really well. Facebook did really well today. While a lot of other things were red, it actually held up really well.
That and Google both did surprisingly well today. I mean, they were the ones that kind of held up their gains.
Yeah, for sure. Hopefully you guys use this as an opportunity today, and you had some cash for that. What do you expect for tomorrow?
That's a great question. I think a lot of this could depend on Amazon because it carries so much weight in the S&P. It may drag down some of the other FANGs, and then how that kind of topples over. But I think we could see a little bit more buying return. I mean, the thing of it is that we've talked about this on Stockwatch Sunday, that the stock market has continued to go up from here without the FANG stocks. Yeah. So maybe if we see a downturn in the FANGs, perhaps we see a short-term reaction. But I think that if there's selling of the FANGs, that means that they're going right back in the cyclicals, and I think we could start to see a move back up. So I think just having a really good balance is it's going to be a good call here. Yeah, for sure. I'd agree with that. The other issue we'll get into Amazon in a second and more specific. But let's just talk about the split. Yeah. Do you think it's going to happen or not? Or do you think it's going to be announced today? I don't think it's going to happen. I don't think it's going to be announced today. I think it will happen eventually, but this year. I don't think it will be announced today. My gut just tells me it's not happening. At all? No, today. Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't think it will. And so it's going to be a tall order, which we'll get into. Guys, how many people we got in the house? We got 205 of you guys hanging out, so we certainly appreciate you guys being a part, or allowing us to be a part of your afternoon. The likes, though, they're like at 36. What's up with that? Can we get the thumbs up? Certainly would appreciate it. Up. Guys, welcome to Only Chaos. This is our live stream, our last one of the week. My God, weekday. We're going live on Sunday. But yeah, the marathon is almost over. We are going to, if it's your first time here, thanks for coming. We're going to break down Amazon's earnings, NIO's, Twitter's, what we're looking for before the market closes. When the bell rings, we'll check out the charts. We'll give you guys the numbers as they're released, and we'll look at the reaction, technical reaction, and then give a little bit of commentary. If you guys see those bulls and those bears, that is our Chaos Crew. Feel free to click the join button next to subscribe. Our Chaos Crew, $4.99 a month. You get watch lists, you get live streams, you get our Discord community, you get access to Brad's portfolio, a ton of stuff. Go hit that join button. That's right, well, guys. We would love to have you guys as a part of the Chaos Crew. It's literally $4.99 a month. You can't. There's so much less risk involved in that than buying something like Dogecoin.
So let's start with Twitter.
Yes.
Twitter's earnings, they're expected at a loss of 14 cents. Is that right?
That doesn't sound right.
Sorry. They're expected 14 cents. Sorry, 14 cents.
Positive 14 cents.
And I have them coming in at 27 cents.
That's a huge beat.
I do expect them to beat. I'm just sorry. While I'm doing that, for some reason that doesn't. Yeah, it is 14 cents.
Okay.
Yeah, I think they set the bar low. Last
Really?
earnings, they came in at 38 cents. It'll be interesting to see how things go this time. Revenue goes this time. That's a pretty big beat. It's nearly 100%.
Yeah.
But I think it has it in it, and we'll see. Twitter's one we've talked about as far as it hasn't performed well historically, and it's always been kind of like the stepchild of social media. But I feel like over the past 6 months or so, they've kind of gotten their act together. What do you expect from their earnings?
Honestly, I think that they definitely beat, but I'm curious to see if the reaction to Twitter is the same as that we saw from Pinterest and Snap. Because Facebook so far seems to be the only social media platform that's actually done well this quarter as far as price action of the stock.
Yeah.
Snap had great earnings. Pinterest had good earnings, but they missed on some key metrics. And I'm curious to see if Twitter does the same. One of the big reasons is, and without getting too political, but this is a quarter that they're going to be reporting on where they kicked Trump out. Mm-hmm. So there could be some backlash as far as that's concerned. However, there are tailwinds here too. Obviously, the ad spend that we also talked about, but there's features that they put on here. The Twitter Spaces, I think, is just getting started. I think that has potential to be very big. We've seen a lot of analyst upgrades for Twitter too. So there's definitely some a situation in which Twitter could actually go up and do really well.
Yeah.
I'm just curious, from the smaller platforms that aren't called Facebook, how is this one going to react based on what the other ones did?
Yeah, let's take a moment and just acknowledge Twitter Spaces is essentially Clubhouse.
Yes.
How Clubhouse is just non-existent anymore. Isn't that crazy?
It's a meme now. It's a meme that if you're on Clubhouse, you are now memeified.
It's crazy.
It is crazy.
It was the hottest thing for literally less than 30 days.
I wonder if they're kicking themselves for not taking a $10 billion offer.
Potentially. Man, that was crazy.
It was crazy.
Yeah, I'm not too optimistic there's going to be a huge move up on this, but we'll see what happens. Guidance, obviously, we'll check that out. The next one is NEO.
Yeah.
Loss of 16 cents is the expectation. I almost want to say they're going to miss, but I have them beating slightly. I don't want to say slightly. Yeah. 12 cents, loss of 12 cents is what I have.
Yeah.
Here's the thing with NEO. And guys, we don't always get these right. I'll be totally honest with you. I'm fighting my emotions.
Yeah.
Because one, I wanted to get the run up into earnings. It didn't do that. It tried, it just didn't. And I think that, and it never tripped my stop either.
Yeah.
And so I can't say I'm really optimistic about it, but my thesis going into it was, listen, it's been beaten down. Tesla talks around Tesla in China.
Yeah.
We're kind of strained recently. So I'm like, okay, this is an opportunity for NEO to potentially slide in. It has had a following, and it's been the one name out of China that people have hooked onto. So we've seen the volatility that can occur, but it can occur both ways. So my thought was, this looks like it presents a good opportunity to take a stab at it.
Yeah.
And they don't need to do anything crazy, but just show optimism. I like their batteries as a service technology, their subscription model. So I do think they're doing good things.
Yeah.
But this is one of my riskier plays that I've done in a while.
So I think this plays directly into your asymmetrical trade strategy. And the reason I say this, because it doesn't look to me on the chart, and we're looking at the chart right now, it doesn't seem to me that there's a whole lot of downside risk here.
Yes.
So Obviously, things can change in an instant when earnings come out. So make sure that if you guys are in this, that you're taking the same approach, that you at least have a mental stop in your brain as far as what you're willing to walk away from. But I think the upside here obviously is pretty good given where it's come down to.
Yeah, well, that's what my worry is, the move down. And
Yeah.
honestly, it's predicated on Pinterest this week and just the loss I incurred after hours, the move it made, which didn't hurt my overall account. I was fine.
Yeah.
But it just sucks when that happens.
Yeah.
And so I'm consciously saying to myself in my head, listen, they're independent of each other. Could NEO move down 10%? Absolutely, it could do that. It could move down more. But just because Pinterest did that, like, you can't allow the fear to creep in. I've got to trust there's an asymmetrical trade opportunity. I run with it. If I'm wrong, I learn from it, try to get better, but we don't get them all right.
Yeah.
And so I just wanted to bring that to the table because I think people harp on so much the fact that they think we need to get it all right, and we never, like, nobody gets it all right.
Yeah.
It's about managing risk and understanding that, like, I've got some downside risk, but I want to make sure that it's in my favor on the upside risk.
I couldn't agree more. And just not being too greedy. Taking profits wouldn't make sense. Thanks, Dixie, for the donation. Appreciate it.
Yeah, and it could be fine. I mean, I imagine NEO's going to be fine long-term, but this isn't a long-term play for me. Tesla's my EV. I can't be in NEO and in Tesla.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to wait this out. I'm not going to dollar cost average down. I'm not going to do any of that. So yes, it will be fine if that's your guy long term. Unfortunately, Mike, it's not my guy.
Yeah. So, I mean, speaking of EVs, it is kind of weird feeling that I've been in Tesla for so long, and I bought Ford for the first time in like almost a year.
Yeah.
Last night, and then I bought some more today. But I feel very confident in Ford and the way that the investors overreacted. It looked as if, to me, like the move had already been made as far as the reaction to like the chip shortage and that sort of thing. And they basically just regurgitated everything that we already knew, and people still sold it. Yeah. So obviously there was a big hit on the 1.1 million vehicles that they're shortchanging themselves on projections, which is a big deal. But they've been able to work things around to increase their margins. They're increasing vehicle prices, and people are still buying them. So I think that this is going to be a really good opportunity for Ford. It's down almost 10% today. Ended up adding to it at 11.30, and feel good about my average. I did want to. Go ahead.
No, you got it.
I did want to try something. And today's draft day, if you guys don't know, for the NFL.
Yep.
If stocks were football players going into the NFL, what's your number one draft pick, and that's going to outperform the market or do extremely well by the Super Bowl?
Man, I wish you gave me a heads up on this one.
I know I'm putting you on the spot. But I just happened to think about it, so I wanted to get your opinion.
How many?
And let us know in the chat
how many
too.
Picks do you want me to make? Just one, or what's my number one? Or are you gonna?
I don't know. Let's just do it on the fly. So you want to do one or two?
I'll do two.
What's two? Okay.
Buy the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Drive Shack.
Oh, I like that. That's your number one pick?
No, that would be my number two pick. Man, it's so hard because no, I would say Drive Shack over Clover if you're looking at the timeline.
Can we call an audible? No pun intended. Crypto is fair game too.
I gotcha. That's tempting.
Yeah, just wanted to toss that in there.
I would say Airbnb.
Ooh, I like
and
that.
Drive Shack.
I like
Those
that.
would be mine too.
I like it. So mine, I think, is going to be Spirit. It's gotten beaten down. So if I'm drafting Spirit today, I think that'll be a good one. And I think, man, it's tough. It is tough to pick one that's also kind of like been beaten down and maybe has lots of upside. I know I just talked about it, but I think Ford's going to be that too. I think Ford could be a good one.
Yeah. I mean, if
Ford has the dividends and stuff that come back between now and then too, like that would be big.
I was going to say it's the perfect time to announce a dividend.
Yeah.
Guys, I mean, you guys already know as far as if you were asking me a crypto to throw in, you know already.
It's Ethereum. Yeah.
Which hit another record high.
I think I probably sent people for a loop because neither one of us said pen.
Yeah. But I think to me, well, I could swap Penn or Airbnb. I think those are one and the same as far as the opportunity goes.
Yep.
But based on our price target, Penn has 50% upside.
Yeah.
Where I feel like Drive Shack clearly has 100% upside.
Yeah. I think Spirit has 100% upside.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, Penn's definitely a draft pick up there.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, we got to set up a real draft because
I'm down for that.
like, would Drive Shack be a first rounder or would Drive Shack be a 7th round flyer?
Ooh.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
a first rounder is like Google.
I like where
or
we're headed.
Facebook.
I like where we're headed with this. We should like just have like a list of, I don't know, only like 100 stocks. I don't know how we pick this. Maybe it's just like the NASDAQ 100 or
Like
something.
market cap.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I just meant like a certain number of to pick from.
Yeah. Well, I was going to say like the top 100 market cap, but
Oh,
you
yeah,
could do
yeah,
the
yeah.
NASDAQ
That works.
100.
Yeah.
Yeah, where we take a list and then we pull from it.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that would be cool.
We'll do it in 2 times speed and we'll make 100 picks. No, we'll do how many rounds is the NFL draft? Is it
7, I think.
is it 7? They trimmed it back.
Yeah. I think it's 7.
Well, yeah, we'll do 7 rounds, 2 picks.
I like that. That would be cool.
We'll do and we can do trades.
I feel like we need like a pool of people that would be involved in that.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
More than just 2. That would be awesome. Chaos crew. I don't know. Idea.
Hey guys, don't forget to like, subscribe. Let's get into the last one before the bell rings. That is Amazon, the most important one for us today.
Yes.
Amazon. This was on Stockwatch Sunday. I brought it to the table, and their earnings per share estimates are $9.49. I had made my guess as my prediction at $12.89. The one thing, not only the split that's hindering Amazon, but the other thing that's going to hinder Amazon is they had an absolute monster quarter last quarter.
Yeah.
That they're not going to beat. They're not going to outperform. I think it's very, very unlikely they'll outperform that.
Yeah.
And so you got that working against you. But obviously their estimates were low, so they built that in. Also, you have the split working against you. They've got to come correct. If they don't announce the split, if they do another split, we're good.
Yep.
If they don't, they've got to increase guidance. They've got to give us some new flying shit. They got to do something.
Yeah. So it's crazy. They almost went above all-time highs today, which I believe was 35.15. It hit 35.14 today, and then did nothing but sell off the rest of the day. So, I mean, hey, with it coming down pretty much all day, it's if the split news wasn't kind of looming over my head, I'd be like, oh, this is actually a pretty good opportunity. I probably would grab some here just on as a flyer.
Yeah.
Just to be like, oh well, I could throw one share of Amazon and see what happens at earnings. But now I'm kind of like, no, I'm good. But it definitely looks like there's a good opportunity here if you're looking to get into some Amazon and just kind of YOLO it. I would say that it's probably worth maybe buying one share of it, but for me personally, I'm not going to. I'm probably going to regret this. Just saying.
You might. We'll see. There was one other thing. Oh, I got a quick question back on NEO.
Yeah.
NEO tomorrow, does it open above $40 or below $40 in your opinion?
It's down 5% right now. I think it opens above $40.
Ooh, that'd be huge.
I think it opens. I mean, it's at 39.13 right now. I think it opens above. Damn. I mean, even if they miss, let's just say they miss, the NEO crowd, if they have any good news to latch themselves onto, it probably at least has some kind of move up.
Yeah,
Even if they miss earnings,
that's fair.
if they have like good battery news or whatever. They up their guidance on sales in China and all that.
Yeah.
Like there could be something that gets this moving.
That's fair. All right, the bell is about to ring. We are going to
What are the earnings per share on Amazon?
$9.49.
Oh, they're gonna crush that.
Yeah, they'll definitely crush.
They're gonna blow that out of the water. What do you think they come in at? Like what did you say they come in at?
$12.89.
$12.89. They probably come in more than that.
Yeah, I mean, I wanted to get it up to like 15, but
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like 15, 16. This could be the second quarter in a row that they have over $100 billion in revenue. That's crazy.
yeah, that would be crazy. I'm going to fire up Twitter.
All right. Mike says, Fat Man, how about that ETH, brother? Still rolling.
It's crazy. There was news today on it. I didn't read what it was.
Was there?
I saw, yeah, something about the First Financial Institution put a bond on the Ethereum network, the
Yeah.
Ethereum blockchain. So it was like the first step towards financial institutions leveraging blockchain.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah, we were talking about this off air, and let me just mention this.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to know the next Bitcoin, and they keep going to like,
Hold on. Amazon's way up right now.
oh, yeah.
Amazon
Oh,
just
hell
broke through.
yeah.
Do we have split news? Do we have split news on Amazon?
I'm going to Twitter now.
It's right now sitting at 35.45. Yeah, see, I told you I was going to regret this. I should have just bought some.
Oh, damn, the numbers are already in.
Yeah, I mean, that looks pretty apparent. 35.51 on Amazon. What a move already out of this
Q1
thing.
sales rose 44% to 108 billion.
That's there we go. Second quarter in a row, 100 million in revenue.
It says
First time ever last quarter, and they did it again, folks.
apparently a huge beat on earnings per share and revenue. I'm waiting to see what the numbers are.
1579 according to Arfin,
Yeah.
our resident.
1579, 108.5 billion in revenue versus 104.5 estimates.
Unbelievable. Look at this. 3,600 on Amazon. 3,600 on Amazon, folks. It is up 4% after hours trading. Holy hell.
That's a boner candle,
That
folks.
is a boner candle. Jesus. Now over 4% after hours.
Wow.
36.26. Guys, we said this. We said 4,000 was our price target for Amazon this year.
Fat Man Zoom special, baby.
Whew.
Long-term investing account.
Damn. Okay, so nothing on Neo yet. I haven't looked at Twitter. Amazon's still skyrocketing. We're almost up to 5% on this thing. It's at 4.75%.
This is wild.
Nothing on Twitter just yet, but man, Amazon right now stealing the show.
So
What a grand finale for the Fangs this week.
Oh, never mind. That was not.
Now up officially 5% after hours trading. Amazon's continuing to roll here. It's at 36.50. Jeez, a whiz. Amazon says there are now more than 200 million paid Prime members worldwide.
That was all. He's Jeff Bezos gave that information in his letter.
I think he said just 200 though, right?
They're reading a CNBC article where they're
Oh,
quoting
okay.
from what he said before,
Yeah.
or another article. But no,
Oh my God. 36.54.99 is the highs after hours. This is awesome. What an unbelievable finale for the Fangs.
That's what we thought, man. And God, we got to get that on our way to 4,000 people.
Yes.
Another bold prediction we're gonna hit. I can
Yep.
feel it in my bones.
Yep. 36.59.77 now. We're just seeing new high after new high here in after hours trading. It is just straight
Get
up.
down.
5.3% after hours
Can
trading.
you pull this out?
Twitter's starting to move right now too, it looks like. What do you want me to pull out?
Pull it out to like September.
I'm stealing that soundbite.
To like September when it started the channel.
It was at 35 and then came all the way down to 3,000. I just wanted to check on Twitter. Twitter's getting some action here. Yeah, I'll come out to the daily chart. I knew you guys were going to run away with that. So here's where it was. Amazon was sitting at 35.52 September 2nd, and then like just lived in this channel between like 3,300 and 3,000 with a little bit of very brief dips below 3,000, and we always said it was a screaming buy below 3,000. But
When
like
did that start?
Huh?
When did that start?
The move up.
Yeah, when was that low on the far left of your screen?
The low here was at 3,000 on the
far
top.
left, all the way to the left of your chart. The low, the very beginning when it
Right here.
the low.
Oh, 2630.
When was that?
2630 was back in August of some sort.
So basically,
June. Sorry,
the point
June 20.
I'm trying to make is patience pays off, guys. We've been talking about it. This would
Yes.
come. A lot of impatient people out there,
Yep. Twitter's now down 6% after hours.
but God,
Kind of what I thought was going to happen. It's kind of following along with this theme of just the smaller social media stocks just tanking. I mean, I bet you they probably beat too.
this didn't age well. Somebody just posted a tweet.
Yeah.
I guess when Twitter made the first initial move.
Yeah.
They said yes. Let's fucking go Amazon and Twitter. That's literally 59 seconds ago, and I retweeted. I said this didn't age well. After a minute,
It's down to $60 a share. It's down 7% after hours. Twitter, thanks Arfin, 8 cents. That's what they came in at.
so they missed.
They did miss sales 1.04 billion. They did beat the 1.03 estimate in revenue, but they did not beat on earnings, and that is why it's down after hours now, continuing to plunge over 8% down after hours trading. Amazon's pulling back a little bit here though, and we've talked. We've talked about this. I think this is probably could be an area of opportunity here if you guys are looking to maybe catch this. Here's what usually happens, and this is what happened with Facebook yesterday, Google the day before. You see this huge run up, and then you have a little area consolidation, and we start to see a bull flag form. I think this definitely is possible. With Amazon having a second quarter in a row of $100 billion in revenue, that's huge. And you start to see some consolidation here that could represent a bull flag pattern. We could end up seeing Amazon to 3,700 by the morning. I mean, at 36.64, that's not much of a stretch. 36.64 are the highs after hours. Man, what an absolute monster. I mean, really, all the fangs this week, with the exception of Netflix last week, they all just crushed it.
Yeah, they did. It's great.
They all
We
just
needed
crushed
this.
it. Yes. This feels good. I mean, I feel much better about going into tomorrow's trading for sure. Twitter candle looks like a reflection of Amazon's candle right now. That's so true. Anything on Neo just yet?
Nah.
Neo is in after hours trading just up slightly, nothing too crazy. So no reaction from there. So if you guys are just tuning in, we got 321 of you guys hanging out. Thanks so much for hanging out. Again, allowing us to be a part of your afternoon. We got 106 likes, which is okay, but I don't think that it's quite good enough. So if you guys could hit that thumbs up, we certainly would appreciate it. And if you're not subscribed already, if you're visiting for the first time, consider doing so. This is Own the Chaos. The stock market's crazy and chaotic. Obviously, no more evident than it is right now. And we made it our mission to help you guys own it. And we're here all the time. Literally almost every day of the week. We're on here in some form or fashion. So hit that notification bell, hit that subscribe, and we'd love to have you guys as a part of our community. Skyworks also has earnings. I forgot about Skyworks. We didn't grab the numbers for them, but I can certainly pull it up and we can kind of...
What's the ticker?
It's SWKS. That's down 7% right now, so it's obviously not looking good for them.
235 is the estimate.
235.
Yeah, that's it. Earnings per share estimate.
Yeah, not looking great for Skyworks. I was actually optimistic on Skyworks.
What did I say? They came in at 237.
So that's what, a slight beat maybe?
Yeah, just like a very tiny beat. Sales beat barely.
Yeah, so probably not a strong enough of a beat for Skyworks. I was actually expecting something big for Skyworks. This is one that I considered putting on Stockwatch Sunday. Obviously not doing well here after hours. Amazon continuing to pull back a little bit. Not much of a surprise there. Still waiting on Neo's earnings as well. Yeah, Twitter's still selling off. Tons of downward pressure here on Twitter right now. Was down as much as 10%, as low as 58.88 an hour in after hours trading. Now sitting at around 59, trying to make its comeback, but I don't know if that does it. That the miss kind of sucks for Twitter. They've always had a hard time monetizing their platform, man.
Yeah.
I feel like they always run into this issue. They have like cool shit and then like can't make money off of it for some reason.
Some people are saying Neo's is later.
Is it like how later?
I don't know.
Like
So
4:30?
no, some people said 5 p.m. I don't know. It's because I don't know.
Somebody confirm that for us. So just to recap, guys. So we were giving our reaction to after hours earnings reaction to Amazon, Neo, Twitter, and we'll throw Skyworks in there as well. So far, the bright shining star has obviously been Amazon. It's gone up as high as 6% in after hours trading. Right now, it's on a little bit of a pullback, but they knocked it out of the park. Absolutely crushed earnings, kind of to put a feather in the cap of the Fangs this week. And it looks great. We saw highs of around 36.64. And I think that there's definitely a case to be made that we see 3,700 by tomorrow's open.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Neo still just kind of flat after hours. Twitter laid an egg, shit the bed, as Fat Man Zoom would say, on their earnings. And then looks like Skyworks just didn't come in as high as everybody was expecting, so that's why we're seeing a little bit of sell-off there.
Yeah.
And that's it so far for after hours earnings calls. A lot of people saying 5 p.m. Eastern time for Neo.
Yeah.
Is that what you got?
No, I'm no, because Yahoo says 4, but I think Yahoo's never reliable on the time.
I know. I just need to get Bloomberg, I think. I've always been cheaping out and not having Bloomberg, but might just need to get it.
Damn, Twitter.
I know, Twitter still sucks. Yeah, let's see a lot of people coming in and saying 5 o'clock, so.
All right. Well,
what time is the Amazon call? The Amazon call, I think, is at 4:30.
4:30, yeah.
I think that's at 4:30. So if you guys want to listen to the Amazon conference call in response to their earnings, that'll be at 4:30. And this is their first quarter under their new CEO, so this will be interesting.
so I wanted to just close out my point that I was trying to make before. People were talking about Bitcoin, Ethereum, or
Yeah.
Bitcoin,
Yeah.
and they want to find the next Bitcoin, and everybody's looking at these sub-penny crypto, right?
Yeah.
These crypto assets. And I'm just like, why can't Ethereum be the next Bitcoin? Right? Like if you could get Bitcoin at 2,500, you'd be a very, very wealthy person.
Yes.
I'm not saying Ethereum can go to 60,000. I don't know what it can go to. Honestly, with this hype, it wouldn't be out of the question to eventually get there. So I just feel like not enough people talk about the opportunity with Ethereum. And you keep looking at these like sub penny garbage cryptos, like Ethereum's right in front of your face.
Yeah. PW Coaching has a very interesting point that I kind of wanted to bring up. He says, could they announce a split during the call? And I think that that's possible. Mm-hmm. Did we not see? Was that not how Tesla announced theirs
During the call?
Yeah.
I don't remember.
I don't remember either. I thought that's how they did it. Like they had the earnings and then they had the call and then talked about it in the call.
I feel like we would have heard it by now, though. I feel like it would have been on Twitter or something by now.
Maybe.
If they did.
Maybe. I don't know. Yeah, Ethereum's still crushing it. Still looking good here.
I mean, they're just widening the gap,
Yeah.
their lead that they have
Yeah.
on Bitcoin.
Apple did on the call. Apple did on the call. I thought it was one of them. According to one of our viewers here, it says Apple did it on the call. Yeah. So just to kind of give you a recap of what we saw today, and I'll just kind of go back and show you guys the chart here. We'll pull up Amazon since that's kind of the big wiener so far today. So giving you a recap of what we saw, what we witnessed. Amazon came in and crushed earnings, went absolutely crazy, all the way up to 36.64.80, a monster beat. Second quarter in a row of 100 billion plus in revenue, which is an amazing feat. And then Twitter came in and did not do well after hours. They missed earnings, came in at about half of what expectations were on earnings per share, despite beating revenue numbers. Skyworks also came in barely beat, so it wasn't enough to get investors excited about, which is why that sold off as well. And nothing from NIO. Looks like we won't see those numbers until 5 o'clock.
Jeff keeps asking me about what happened to Clover today. Enlighten us. There's nothing to enlighten you about. First off, Clover's had a massive move. Like this greediness. Where it's like,
people like talked about it tanking. Like it closed down less than 1% today.
after it had a massive move, it was up 10% yesterday.
Yeah, it went all the way up to 1150 or something.
I mean, we've had a bunch of green days as far as Clover's was concerned. Like the move on Clover has been insane.
Let's pull out the daily chart on Clover and just kind of give you some perspective here, because this is what it does. Right? We have massive moves up, then we have pullbacks, and then massive moves up, and we have pullbacks. Like this is just what that is.
Yeah.
The nice encouraging thing is that it did hold above $10 a share.
Yeah.
Which is its new support at this point. So looks good. I still think it looks good. It's nice and healthy.
Yeah, for sure.
Amazon starting to get bought back up here in after hours trading. It was down around 2.5% into the green after being up almost 6%. Starting to see buying return here a little bit. Yeah.
No, most people aren't in Clove at 13. That's not true, Steve. Most people are trying to decide if they want to take profits or not.
Yeah.
Don't. When did Steve King turn into a hater?
I don't know. He likes to poo-poo a lot.
Yeah, some people took profits. What's up, Gray? I know. Yeah, you're turning into a troll, bro.
It's all good.
Explain every drop in the market, please, with data and analysis.
Yeah,
I know
yeah.
that's what it feels like.
It's like, Jesus. Clover came down with the rest of the market, really, honestly, if you want to
Yeah.
get down. And people asked me about Penn, too. They were like blowing up my DMs on Twitter. What's wrong with Penn? Well, the whole market's down, so let's just take a breather.
Guys, you got to understand beta.
Every
the
market
moves down.
The market can't be green every damn day.
When it moves down, Clover's going to move down. If you want Clover to run up more than the market, you got to understand that if the market goes down, it's going to move down more
More than the market, yes.
That's just how it's typically going to be. Bro, I saw this is totally off topic. Last night after our get together, our soiree, we stayed out.
Whoa. We had man meal.
Man meal.
Wasn't just for Fat Man Zoom and I.
It was a group.
It's not like that. Don't even go there.
After that, this guy, like, we ran into this guy who looked exactly like Daniel Cormier. You know who Daniel Cormier is? Daniel Cormier?
I don't know.
He's a UFC fighter.
Oh.
He just retired, but he was like the heavyweight champion.
Okay.
It's not going to be as good because you don't know who he is, but exactly like him, like to a T.
Yeah.
It was so funny. We were dying. He just comes into the bar and like, I pulled up a picture. I'm like, he was drunk. I was like, this
Of course
dude
he
is
was.
Daniel Cormier. I'll show it everybody. So I just saw somebody.
I was going to say,
Joe
was
Rogan,
there something?
Joe Rogan just posted a notification about Daniel Cormier. They're like really good friends.
I got you. Dan knows what it's about. Man meal. That's right. He follows us on Instagram.
Man Meal 27.
Our 27th man meal in a row. We have a man meal every Wednesday night here at the studio or somewhere else around town.
Is this true? This can't be true. Rob Sipe, 94% of Clove holders in the green, according to Weeble. That's not possible.
That's not true. That's some bullshit. Somebody told you wrong on that. All right, so just checking back in. NIO's still flat after hours. Amazon's looking good. Buying's starting to come back here. Let's see here. Twitter still sucks. Skyworks still, it's actually holding. You know, it went down to 7% and just kind of has held there so far. But yeah, man, what a closeout to, like, I mean, we got a couple more earnings tomorrow, but none of them are really notable. But man, what a week. What an unbelievable week.
It was a great week. It was a good run. Ended like we said we needed it to end. So I'm excited to kind of review everything.
With the exception of Tesla, literally everything went according to plan.
Yeah. Yeah, for the most part.
Yeah. Felt really good about it. Hopefully you guys are able to make some money this week too. If you are, there's still 300 of you hanging out here. So in case you didn't catch the news, Amazon crushed it. It is now starting to move back up, and after hours trading is up almost 3.5%. We saw 36.64.80 on Amazon in after hours trading. It's the first time we've ever seen that, and it's the highest we've ever seen it by a long shot. So really good stuff from them. And so that's really kind of the marquee takeaway. I mean, all the other stuff, kind of not all that great. Mm-hmm. We'll see how that turns out tomorrow. I'd like to dig a little bit deeper into Twitter, see if it's actually going to be worth buying the dip on, but I'm not so confident in it just yet. But that's going to do it for us, I think so. I think Fat Man Zoom.
Yeah, I'm good with that. Guys, we'll see you on Sunday, 7:30 p.m. Eastern time. Hopefully by then I'm a happy man because Neo crushed earnings. We find out that Neo crushed earnings, and it goes off, and it's at $50.
Hit that like button on your way out the door, by the way. Certainly would appreciate you guys pushing this out and helping support the channel. If you're not subscribed, please do so. Hit the join button next to subscribe for $4.99 a month. You can get a watch list from us every single day. 5 stocks that we go into great detail. If you have trouble finding out what stocks to trade that in any given day, you can come check us out for less than $5 a month.
Bye.
See you guys. Thanks so much for hanging out. We will catch you all later. I quit this bitch.
I quit this bitch.
Bye.
Peace.